ever feuded in the World Wrestling Federation. They had one match in Memphis, Tennessee, and we can go see that match right now.
Well, you never know when you're about to see history being made or a preview of history, and that's exactly what happened for the folks in the Mid-South Coliseum on this night when they got to see Ravishing Rick Rude and Randy Macho Man Savage go one-on-one long before either were internationally known.
Cheering for him. That shows you how much they hate Rude. There's not that many of them in love with Savage, but given the choice, oh boy, what a bout. How about this, Randy? Savage and Rude, man.
Looking forward to it, Lance. The Macho Man in with Rude. And it's unbelievable to me, the response. With Jimmy Hart in the corner, Savage, I think, more people cheering for him, do you agree?
There's no question about it. You're absolutely right. More of them wanting to see Rude get dusted than to see Savage. A couple of specimens of manhood up there, though, aren't they?
No doubt in the world, both of them spend hours each day in that gym. That's for sure.
Got Angelo Poffo and Savage's corner. Jimmy Hart and Rude's corner. Uh-oh. Savage coming around. Oh! Jimmy had to cut in the afterburner as Savage took Angelo. I would remind, well, here he is, that the bell has rang. The bell has sounded. And Savage did get back. Hart did not come back. Jimmy is not here. Now, wait just a minute. Did you see it in front of us, Randy? Didn't Savage slip Angelo something?
It sure looked like it to me, right in front of us. Savage was secretly handing Angelo Poffo, I believe I saw it.
Yeah, Savage said, hey, not doing nothing, not doing nothing. I'm not going to argue with him. Rick Rude raising Kane with a referee. Here comes Hart back. The bell sounded. We're 2.5 minutes into this match. And it's only a 1 fall 15 minute. We could have this one to go. walks around over to Hart. Tyler, center of the ring. Savage and Rick Rude looking out for the Wild Man from Sarasota, Florida. Jimmy Hart caught by Savage. I should have never gone for it. That's Hart's great forte. Rude takes Savage as he went for Hart, grabbed him from behind, nailed him, fired him over the top rope, down on the concrete, and the Macho Man banged hard on the concrete as Rude now comes out of the ring and goes after Savage. Rude slams him into the ring post, and the Macho Man down. He is on the concrete. Rude just knocked him down off that ring post, and now he's saying, get him up here, get him up here. And Savage, with the help of Popo, makes it back to the ring. Powered by that right hand of Rude. Again. Big elbow. The Macho Man is hurt.
Now we go to an early match in the career of Andre the Giant, one of the biggest box office attractions in the history of wrestling. He's facing another person who was a great box office attraction, the Sheik, in Toronto, where the Sheik was the king.
Well, Toronto had seen the Sheik dominant for 7 straight years, and finally, in Andre the Giant's first North American tour, the fans thought that maybe the 7'4", 424-pounder could stop the raging wild man from Syria. But as you'll see in this match, the Sheik was willing to pull out all the stops to make sure that his undefeated record remained strong.
Now here, this is an amazing footage. This is Andre the Giant, who was the biggest attraction at this point in time. He was the wrestlers were not quite as large in those days, and Andre was an absolute monster compared to everyone else. Going against the Sheik, the most hated man in wrestling. Is this Toronto or Detroit?
I'm going to say that this is Toronto footage. This is 1974. I know that much. It was the year of the first North American tour of Andre the Giant.
That's right. So that's when he first started out. Well, then there's is that Ernie Roth in the corner?
That would be the Grand Wizard of Wrestling, Ernie Roth.
He was Abdullah Farouk.
Who was also Abdullah Farouk. Let me get to it, Dave. Heavens, you're jumping in on me here. The only manager, besides myself, I have a dual identity, but we do that in other places in the pen pal section of certain classified ads and magazines. But he was the only manager to actually have a public dual identity. The Abdullah Farouk,
and he was also J. Wellington Radcliffe, right?
But that was much earlier in his career. But he was Abdullah Farouk and the Grand Wizard at the same time in different places.
That's right. In fact, he was so well respected as a manager that he worked different territories. Usually a manager would work one territory. He would be with the Sheik at the big shows. He would be flown into New York where he would work the television tapings and the Madison Square Garden shows. So, I mean, obviously to do that in that era, the guy must have had tremendous respect and quite a talker.
And you can see, and for the folks who saw Andre the Giant near the end of his career, look at the difference in the physical specimen that this man was at 7'4" and 420 pounds tops at this point. He could drop kick. He could come off the top rope. He could move. He was so much quicker than he was at the later stages of his game during his first full North American tour, which was, as we said, was 1974.
Now that's Tiger Tasker, right?
That is referee Tiger Tasker in Toronto.
And he needs a bra.
And he's seen better days. But he was totaling the count, and remember, folks, at this time, the Sheik undefeated in Toronto in 7 years, and the fans packed the Maple Leaf Gardens on this night to see the Sheik defeated for the first time in 7 years. But as you can see, it wasn't to be. The fireball, you couldn't see a good shot of it because of the camera angle, but the fire in the face of Andre the Giant. In this case, the first time that Andre had ever felt the flames being shot from the fingertips of the Sheik.
There's Frank Valois.
Frank Valois,
who was Andre's manager in those days.
The French-speaking manager of Andre the Giant. And the referee tolling the count, Andre unable to continue, and the Sheik once again wins in Toronto. That uninterrupted win streak still in effect.
That's right. A lot of people didn't realize that Andre the Giant, in fact, had lost matches before, because he was always billed as undefeated, but there were a couple of matches here and there with people like the Sheik or Antonio Inoki where he did lose in the 70s.
There were a few pinfall losses in other countries, in Mexico to Dos Caras.
No, Canek.
To El Canek. And in Japan as well, a few pinfall losses early in Andre's career. But in this case, it was a loss by being unable to continue.
Right, the match stopped being unable to continue because of the fireball. Wow.
Tremendous ovation for Andre the Giant as he moves down the ramp in the Toronto Maple Leaf Gardens, which was sold out for this match in 1974. This historic footage that you will not see anywhere else.
One of the most unique wrestlers of the 60s and the 70s was the Wild Bull of the Pampas, Pampero Firpo. And this is a match with Pampero Firpo in action.
Be sure to watch out for the native Argentinian's claw hold, which he named the El Garfio.
Pampero Firpo, the 8th wonder of the world, the people's champion, the United States heavyweight champion. Here tonight to prove his prowess in the squared circle against a young opponent here, who, if he could beat Firpo, and he's very intent in that ring, if he could beat Firpo, what a great win for this young man it would be. However, the odds are against him. Nevertheless, he will try. He will give it his best. Firpo waits for the young man. Very quick, very fast. Too quick for him, really. Brings him over. Firpo to his feet now. This young man will have a wrestling lesson here tonight. He's got Firpo in a side headlock now. Doney grabbing the edge here. Firpo did not like something that Doney did to him. Side headlock. Now Firpo retaliates again. Doney did something that was not in his favor. Firpo puts the El Garfio on him. He's got the El Garfio on this young man. He's going to prove to him once and for all the superior being. Firpo with the El Garfio. He's going to get counted down. That's going to be it. The bell sounds. This bout did not last long. Terry Sullivan making his way to the ring now. Firpo being concerned about this young man. He's going to help him out a bit. Here's Terry Sullivan.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute, 57 seconds. The winner of the final match, the 8th wonder of the world, the United States heavyweight champion, Pantera Football.
One of the greatest brawlers in the history of professional wrestling was the late Bruiser Brody, and this is a really interesting match because we have three men who all played football at West Texas State in the same match. It's Bruiser Brody and Scott Casey on one side, Kelly Kiniski on the other side, and his partner is the Spoiler.
I think you'll find that Kelly Kiniski, son of a former NWA World Champion Gene Kiniski, can match Scott Casey hold for hold, while Bruiser Brody and the Spoiler can match each other blow for blow.
Hold on to your chair. Tag team match. Bruiser Brody and Scott Casey are going against the Spoiler and Kelly Kiniski. You see him in the ring. The Spoiler bit him off a bunch this time. I want to promise you did. Going against Bruiser Brody. I believe this man comes. I believe he comes to wrestling swinging from fine to vine. He'd like interviewing a tree, I'm telling you. Bruiser Brody. Leg takedown. On the Spoiler. The Spoiler weighing in at 265. Believe it or not, the Brody boiler weighs 297. He's out of Albuquerque. He tags into Scott Casey, Cowboy Scott Casey. You think that won't drive your old hamstring home? Well, that'll make it whistle Dixie for you. The Spoiler. Scott Casey with the leg takedown. Just tags Kelly Kiniski. And in comes Kiniski. And Scotty says, you want some of that? Here, I got plenty. We'll serve you all some of that. Casey drops him. Again, right on the hamstring. Getting him over where he can. Oh, that's got to jack that leg all the way out of joint. All the way out. You can see how Kiniski's moving funny. Scott Casey, never more serious in his life. Of course, when Scotty's in the ring, he's got something on his mind. I guarantee you what he's got on his mind is Tully Blanchard. Right, maybe Kiniski against him. What a beautiful move on Scott Casey's part. I'm talking poetry in motion. Spoiler tries to get an interfere. Kiniski reaches around, grabs Scotty by the chin, turns it over. And Scotty turns it right back into a hammerlock, goes right back after the foot. Third man of the ring, Eric Mannheimer. Seeing of big Kelly Kiniski, son of former world champion Gene Kiniski. See if he wants to submit. Scotty drops him. If you think Kiniski was moving funny a minute ago, wait till he gets out of this one. As he goes for the side head again, comes out. Scotty goes over. It was my blind side here, where I sit. Must have been a hair take because Mannheimer broke it. The Spoiler immediately goes to work on Casey's left side on the leg. Mannheimer says, you want to submit? Scotty says, no. What I will do is reach around and get me a side head. Get this hombre off my foot. I'll get me a bunch of that right now. And he's trying. But I'll tell you something about Mr. Spoiler. He has got a bunch of strength in those mammoth arms of his. And he's working now on the left wheel of Scott Casey. Casey, big boot up against the side of the head of the Spoiler. Drives it over. Spoiler across the ring. Scott Casey shakes the left side a little. Trying to get a little feeling back in that leg. So he goes against the Spoiler. 265 pounds against Amarillo's on Scott Casey. 235, giving away some weight. Not one bit of ability, I can assure you that. Scotty takes him down. He's got more moves. I guarantee you that a checker player And once again, Spoiler finds himself at the mercy of Scott Casey. He likes that so big, he's going to put it in figure 4 for him. And go over the top, no doubt. Drive it home. Oh, yeah. Spoiler would love to tag in Kiniski. He crawls and makes an effort to tag in Kiniski. Southwest Championship Wrestling. We believe the state of the art in professional sports. I promise you right now, you'll see some of the finest athletes at Southwest Championship Wrestling you're going to see anywhere. Spoiler stretches for Kiniski, trying for the tag. Kiniski trying to get in. Trying to reach the Spoiler. Scotty continues to punish him. Now the Spoiler on Scotty. Finally makes the tag, and in comes Kelly Kiniski. Of course, he's not going to give Casey a chance to get up. Doesn't work that way. Winds him up. And Scott repays the favor. Winds him tight. Oh, yeah, winds him up like an 8-day watch. Scotty kicks out. Leg takedown. Got Casey on Kiniski. The Spoiler tries to get in. And Scotty works on the leg of big Kelly Kiniski from Vancouver, British Columbia, 251 pounds. He no lightweight himself. Scott Casey weakening the left side of Kiniski. Kiniski almost with a chokehold. Scotty applies pressure to the foot. Kiniski going to break it, drags him around the side into a side head. Casey reluctantly lets go. And Kiniski with a side headlock on Cowboy Scott Casey. In the ring, in the corner, the Cavalry. Bruiser Brody biding this time, knows Casey can take care of himself. And I guarantee you when he crawls in the ring, the whole building will shake. Oh, my gracious. Oh, I don't believe what Casey just did to him. As I told you, here comes Brody. Brody just reached in and snatched him. Pulled on him like a pulley bone. Bruiser Brody works on him on the ring post. Kelly Kiniski going to be in for a long night. As Brody wraps that leg around the steel post. In comes the Spoiler. I don't think you want any Spoiler. You better mind your own business over there. Full body slam. Man getting nosebleed being held that high in the air. And to come all the way down, Kiniski slams him in the stomach. It's like hitting the barn door. Tags in Scott Casey. He continues to work on Kiniski with the toe of his shoe. Another body slam. Not sure anybody deserves that, even Kiniski. He flips out. Casey faces off the Kiniski. Side headlock. Kiniski all the way across. Pulls up short. Catches Scotty with his knee. Hurts his knee. Or maybe it still hurts from before. And he tags in the Spoiler. The Spoiler drops the big knee on that injured ear of Scott Casey. Scott Casey's ear, as he told me before the show, before we took the air, he's still not hearing decent out of that ear. There comes that famous claw. Oh, yeah, the claw from the Spoiler. But here comes big Bruiser Brody. Knocks Kiniski silly. Kicks the Spoiler into the next county. Mannheimer warning him out. Close call for Scott Casey. You don't want the Spoiler getting that claw on you. Meanwhile, Kiniski got his own problems. He thinks he's in the ring with the whole troop of Texas Rangers. Flying drunk kick. Kelly Kiniski just almost lost his head to the foot of big Bruiser Brody. Brody out of the rafters again with a full body slam on Kiniski. Kiniski doesn't know where he is. Oh, nobody can survive that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could count to 25. Wouldn't make any difference. Bruiser Brody lands on you. I guarantee you get the number of what hit me.
One of the most heated feuds in the history of Memphis wrestling was between Jerry Lawler and Randy Savage, but this match is unique because it's one of the few times, if not the only time, the two ever formed a tag team. And their opponents were Ravishing Rick Rude and King Kong Bundy.
And I think the arrogance and the conceit of Rick Rude teamed with the huge size of the 450-pound Bundy necessitated that the Macho Man Randy Savage and the King Jerry Lawler put aside their personal differences to form a team one time for the common good.
King Kong Bundy and Rick Rude. Their opposition, the team, unbelievable as it is,
One of the most popular wrestlers in the Northeast in the early 1970s was Chief Jay Strongbow, and there's very little footage left of him around. But this is a match where we see him against one of the fabulous Kangaroos, Bulldog Don Kent.
And even though Don Kent was primarily known as a great tag team wrestler with his Kangaroos partner Al Costello, in this instance, he's in a singles match against Chief Jay Strongbow in a shark cage match. You've never seen a shark cage match? Take a look at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event of the evening, a one-fall, 60-minute time limit in a shark cage. Introducing from Oklahoma, weighing 267 pounds, Chief Jay Strongbow. His opponent from Indianapolis, weighing 241 pounds, Don Kent. The first man out of the cage is the winner. It's the first time that I have had to witness a match in a shark cage, a one-fall 60-minute time limit. The cage is very small, as you can see, barely holding the two men. You talk about close contact. This is certainly it. I'm kind of out of breath at this point, as it's very difficult avoiding these two contestants in the ring, and caused quite a bit of running around. Not quite in shape like the wrestlers are. Chief Jay Strongbow against Don Kent. The crowd is on their feet in this arena. A most unusual type of event. The cage is not locked. The first man out of the cage is the winner. And it's going to be up to Strongbow and Kent to keep their opponent inside that ring. Now Kent tries to get out of there. The door is partly open. Strongbow for a moment was hanging on to Kent. Both contestants know what they have to do to win. Now Strongbow pulls Kent back in that ring. There's not much mobility. Not too much room to roam around. And now Kent tries to get out. Oh, he hit his head on those bars in the back very hard. This is an iron cage. Strongbow now trying to come out the side. Kent hanging on to him, keeping him inside that cage. A punch to the jaw by Kent. Strongbow goes down to his knees. Chief Jay Strongbow on professional big-time wrestling. Once again, now Kent tries to get out. Strongbow has him around the leg, not allowing him to move. Puts him back up against the bars. Oh, and throws his head up against the top, which is also covered by bars. Throws his head up against the top. Now, a screwdriver is placed in the hinge of the door. Oh, that was taken out immediately by Strongbow, and now Kent has it, using it as a weapon. That wasn't too smart. Now it goes back again on the hinge. And once again, it's up for grabs by either Kent or Strongbow, if they realize it's there. Still in this shark cage, Don Kent, Chief Jay Strongbow. Strongbow on his knees in the shark cage. The only way to win is to get out of there. That means that Kent is going to have to render Strongbow unconscious or unable to grab him and keep him in there. We're going to have to pause in a moment for some commercial messages. Don't go away. What action we have here in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, that screwdriver was taken out of the hinge. The door tried to be opened by Strongbow. That could have defeated his purpose, however, because Kent was in front of him, and had he pushed him out, Kent would have been declared the winner. The first one out of this shark cage will be the winner. Kent now choking Strongbow. This is close contact, and it certainly keeps the wrestlers in the ring and together, does it not? In this shark cage. unbelievable type of match I have ever witnessed. And I'm sure unusual for you folks at home. Just about anything goes in that cage, apparently. I don't know how much longer the referee could impose being on the outside and the contestants of Kent and Strongbow inside. Strongbow now for about the last 5 minutes has been on his knees. Kent being very effective with those hands about the neck. And the crowd on their feet cheering Strongbow. We see many posters around the arena. Maybe a cast-off from all of the posters that you see. And I'm sure the wrestlers can read them. Choking the throat of Chief J. Strongbow. Oh, he gave him a chop. And another one. First time ever on television. A match in a shark cage. And now, Chief J. Strongbow in this game. He puts the tomahawk on the head of Kent. Kent now being battered from side to side. And now Strongbow tries to get out. And Kent grabs him by the hair, puts him back in. That's not going to be an easy task getting out of there. Sure, 1 or 2 steps and you're out, but these two have had the ability to grab them and pull them right back inside. Chief now up against the bars. Kent applying pressure, pulling the hair. Bulldog Don Kent reaches in his trunks, puts the elbow into the stomach. Right above the eye of Strongbow. I don't know exactly. Here comes Mark Lewin! The United States champion Mark Lewin has rolled into the ring and putting a rope around the neck of Don Kent. Chief J. Strongbow now takes the lock off the door. Trying to push the door open. It's stuck. And Strongbow walks out. I'll join you in the ring. And now the cage is tipped over. Better I stay outside.
The next match comes from Memphis, Tennessee. It's the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol, going against the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
I'll tell you what, in this instance, the Macho Man Randy Savage, one of the few competitors in the history of professional wrestling to make the Universal Heartthrob's heart skip a couple of beats.
Hey, watch it. Oh, my goodness. From behind, Randy Savage is all over Austin Idol with a crutch. The crutch comes from Angelo Poffo. Angelo was a victim of Austin Idol's figure 4 leg lock last week. The referee calls for the bell, and here we go. We start this match officially. Unfortunately for Austin Idol, had his back turned going after Angelo, and Randy got that crutch. Savage from the top rope. Savage going wild. This wild and woolly, crazy son of a gun. I'm telling you, anybody be weary of this guy. Comes off the top rope on Idol. It's been all Randy Savage even before we sounded the bell. Savage kicks him in the midsection, comes across and sends him back into the ring. of one, and one count's all he could get. International heavyweight title at stake. Savage defending. Picks him up again, has him high, slaps him again, and Savage this time sets him for the elbow, it looks like. Angelo still distracting. Count of 1, 2, and a kick out. A kick out at the count of 2, and Savage says to Paul Morton, "Come too slow." Into the turnbuckle. Savage, look at him fire away. An elbow that puts Austin Idol down. Now the thing that Austin Idol needs to do, well, pin a tap, 2 count. I thought he was going to beat him. Right there, I thought he had him. Slam. Idol's too close to the ropes. Yes, sir, we saw it. 2 count, and Idol's foot was on the rope. Savage thought he had a count of 3. Savage thought he had a 3 count. Austin Idol slips around behind him. He has him. It looks like 1. No. What a fine counter move. A super move by Austin Idol. I thought he had him. Paul Morton going after Angelo, sitting him down. Crowd complaining about something. I didn't see it. Maybe Savage used the crutch. I think that's what some of the people are saying. Look out. Savage off that top rope again. Goes for the pin again. 1, 2. Able to shake him. Austin Idol is one of the hardest people we know to put away in a wrestling ring. The boot to the top of the head. Side headlock into the ropes, and Savage down. Idol down. Angelo Poffo with that crutch has it ready to use as a battering ram. Savage. Austin Idol, and Idol caught again as Savage came out before him, and he's going once again back to Fist City. Once again, he connected, and Austin Idol standing his ground, staying on his feet. Vicious kick to the midsection. A right to the head, another one puts Savage down to the canvas. Austin Idol fires Savage in. Caught him again with the right hand. Savage to the ropes. Austin Idol on top of him. It looks like he's going to do it. Look at the heartthrob go. Sent him in. About hung Savage upside down. Snaps him down. Once again, Paul Morton, the referee, trying to set Angelo down, keep him in his seat. Atomic knee drop. Oh no, a reversal there. It looked like fine move by Savage. Idol reversed it. And he goes for the Las Vegas leg lock. Idol's pet move, the pet move of the heartthrob Austin Idol. Could be that Savage going to have to give it up. Going to have to give it up. Right on him. Austin Idol has it applied. Idol trying to re-win the international title. Angelo Poffo looks like he's going to try to get in to help him, but the referee putting him down. Savage in the center ring and calls for the bell. He calls for the bell, and we have a new international heavyweight champion, Austin Idol, with his famous pet move, the Las Vegas leg lock, gets the international championship.
One of the most unique gimmicks from the 50s through the 70s was the wrestling bear. You've probably never seen one in action, but here's a chance to see it.
Well, there were many great wrestling bears like Gentleman Ben and Victor and Terrible Ted, but the problem for the wrestlers having to wrestle the bear was that, guess what, folks? Bears don't have shoulders. There was no way to pin them. Take a look for yourself and see how you'd handle this situation if you had to wrestle an 800-pound bear.
People been waiting for. Here comes the 600-pound Canadian black bear into the ring, and we had told you he'd be on hand tonight. And boy, look at him climb over the ropes. And there he is. He's in there with trainer Gene Dubois. Teddy Thomas is going to referee this one, and I'll guarantee you, Teddy has never refereed a match between a bear and a human. And there's that bear, and boy, he's a big one. He is, of course, muzzled. We have seen some wrestlers take a bite out of somebody, but when a bear does it, it's not fun. Manny's trying to find out where the bear is from and how much he weighs and what his background is. Well, he's got quite a background, I'll tell you. I just want to know what's going to happen when Gene Dubois takes that chain off him.
Your attention, ladies and gentlemen. All I can tell you is the bear weighs 600 pounds, and Gene Dubois from Canada weighs about 220. So they're going to do a little wrestling, and I'm going to get right out of here.
Well, that's the first time we ever saw Manny show any reluctance to stay in there. Gene Dubois now ready to go. This actually is in the nature of an exhibition, of course, and look at him go. You get 660 pounds leaning on you, you've got problems. A lot of the kids came down tonight, I'm sure, to watch the bear wrestle. I'd like to see something like Yukon Eric try a bear hug on this bear. Teddy Thomas is in there to officiate, but I don't know how you can ask the bear if he's had enough. Ooh, flying mare by Mr. Bear. Boy, look at that bear is leaning right on him. Gene Dubois is not having too much of a picnic right at the moment. I'd like to see him try a flying mare on the bear. There's a head throw that we have. Look at this. Gene Dubois had him down for a moment, but he couldn't get his shoulders on the mat. You know, a bear's shoulders kind of round out anyway. Teddy Thomas decided that's enough for him. Gene Dubois now wants Teddy to hold a bear, and he's going to get Teddy in the act. Teddy has been in there with some great wrestlers, but this is the first time he ever had a bear throw him out. Imagine asking the bear if he wanted to give up. There, he's got him sitting up there now. Now he's going to try and pin him. Oh! The bear has got a muzzle on, but I don't think it covers his entire mouth. He's after Teddy Thomas now. Look at him go.
He's decided that he wants to take care of Teddy Thomas instead. And Teddy shows his discretion by getting out of the ring, and who can blame him? There he is, sitting up there now, waiting for something to happen. Gene Dubois wants Teddy. He gets a bear hug on Teddy. Look at him go after Teddy Thomas. I guess he's a bad wrestler, this guy. Thomas wants him to get him off. I think a good gag would be go to ask Teddy what's going on now. Say, Teddy, can you say a few words for
Oh, man, he's supposed to beat him, not me.
You want him out of there, don't you?
Oh, man.
You'll probably come after me. I think I'll get out, too. Well, that was Teddy Thomas with some impressions of what's going on in there. Now let's see what Gene Dubois can do with a big black fella. He's sitting up there pretty good. This is a good chance to get him down. He's got him on his back. Gene Dubois now trying for a press on him. He hasn't got a chance. I got to tell you that I don't think Gene Dubois could get that. He's got him again, though. The bear rolls right over with him. Now he's after Teddy Thomas again. Gene Dubois has two rolls there. Look at the bear go after Teddy. He can't fight him because he's muzzled, but he sure got him down. Ooh, he's really giving it to him now. Teddy has never had a night like this before. He doesn't like Teddy Thomas. With a black bear as your friend. There he goes. He rolled him over. Gene Dubois now trying to get a press on him. Well, he'll never get those shoulders down. The bear gave him a flying bear that time. Teddy Thomas is 1, 2, 3, and that's it. He's had enough.
Go get him, Bear. Go get him.
There he goes after Teddy again. Oh, boy, I'll tell you, we've had a lot of fun here with this fellow tonight. I don't know if Pedro Martinez is going to have Mr. Black Bear back again, but if he is, I think it'd be worth your while to come on down here and see him. It's quite a show. Here's Manny.
The winner and still champion, the Bear. How about a nice hand for the Bear?
Manny White gave that, as you can perhaps see, from outside the ring. So the big bear did quite a job in there. He took care of Teddy Thomas and also trainer Gene Dubois. Now watch him go down the stairs. Through the lower strands of ropes he goes.
Two men who were at the crossroads of their career met in this match. It was Tommy Rich, who was on the way down, and Rick Rude, who was certainly on the way up.
Well, Tommy Wildfire Rich had been at the top of the mountain, an NWA World Heavyweight Champion, but ravishing Rick Rude had yet to achieve the success that he would find later in his career. Which would win out? The youthful exuberance or the age and experience? We'll find out when Rich meets Rude.
Now it's Rude with a side headlock into a mare. Rich down on the deck. Rude is 6'4" and just under 240. And brother, he is all muscle. Tommy Rich. Into a few of the championship wars himself, has an advantage in that respect. Rude using that power as he mashes the head of Tommy Rich. He thinks things are going his way right now. You watch Tommy. Lance Russell and Randy Hales ringside. Mid-South Coliseum, Memphis, Tennessee. What a battle. Rude just powering on that head. Tommy slumps down to one knee. Hooks the waist for a moment. Fires. Rude misses the right. Rich with an atomic knee, and Rude bounces over the top rope. He wasn't thrown over the top rope. Tommy, a nice counter on him. Wildfire. Having a word with advisor Tojo Yamamoto is Rude being counseled by Hart and Angel, adding more sympathy than anything else. And a full Nelson by Tommy Rich. Yamamoto and Jimmy Hart exchanging some little signs between each other. Hart saying, "I'm going to get you." Uh-oh. Rude low-bridged him, and Yamamoto saying, well, I don't know what he's saying, but I don't want to even imagine. Rich went down. Rude's got him now. Drops him down hard. Could be. But as Yamamoto went around the ring after Hart, the referee jumps out, and Rude, taking advantage of it, just continues to pour punishment onto Rich. Rude up in the air again with Rich. Covers him up. He'll never get a pin, though. Rude showboating, a little too naive if he thinks that's going to hold Wildfire Tommy Rich down. Tommy's been to the well before. He's been in trouble and battled his way back. He's got that instinct to keep fighting. Slams Rich's head into the turnbuckle. Rich fires a foot out. Rude trying to get him by the eyes, and does. Body slam. As Rich coming off the turnbuckle, his foot slips. Rich taking advantage of the mistake. Rude put down hard. Oh. Look at Tommy taking advantage of the one mistake by Rude. Whoa, he got him. Wildfire making a move on the Southern champ. Rich going for a sleeper. Rude slams Rich into the turnbuckles, drove him back in there. Down goes Rude. Rich following right up. Side headlock. And Rich hits the referee, knocks him down. Oh, poor Jerry Calhoun. Hart jumps in. Tojo jumps in. Tojo slams Hart, who had a chain. Angel slips in, grabs a chain. She's giving it to Rude while the referee is down and Rich is down. Tojo chasing Hart out. Here comes Lawler. Lawler slams Angel and Rude's head together. Lawler's got the chain now. He low bridges, slams Rude down. Tommy covers covers him. We may have a new double champ. That's it. 11:46. Tommy Rich wins the Southern Heavyweight title.
One of the most classic feuds in the history of wrestling involved the AWA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Bockwinkel and Jerry Lawler. Whenever Nick Bockwinkel came to Memphis, you were assured of a classic wrestling match, and I'm sure this was no different.
Well, Jerry Lawler had a very different style, one that Nick Bockwinkel was not accustomed to competing against. However, Nick Bockwinkel had one thing Jerry Lawler wanted, a World Heavyweight Championship belt, which had eluded Lawler for so long. In this match, Lawler was determined to do anything he had to do to get that title.
Around behind, waist locks Lawler. Lawler trying to fend his way out of it. King, nice, went for a single leg. Bockwinkel was faked out. He waist locked him, but he takes Lawler over. Was going into a wrist lock. Head scissors and out of it, back to the feet again. Very quick action from these large men. Bockwinkel's coming in at about 245, Lawler at 234. Beverly Hills, California. Standing side head around behind with the leg, pitches him forward and really goes to bend it up in that hammer position. Nick Bockwinkel hanging on tight to the King's arm. Hooks the head of Bockwinkel, and using Bockwinkel, he pulled himself up off the canvas. Nick still hanging on to the hammerlock. He uses the swinging broad arm, and it's legal. Referee looking right at it. Double Lawler up, got out of the side headlock, and he once again straddles Lawler with that hammer hooked in very firmly. Ooh, what a wrist lock. Goes top with it. Sometimes you can paralyze a man's arm to the point that he's not exactly sure when you are wheeling it around like that. Lawler was unable to make a move. Bockwinkel did it very slick. Now he's got the top wrist lock on him and hooks him. Boy. He's trying to weaken Lawler. Bockwinkel really putting Lawler down, and his lack of ability to use standard scientific wrestling, he has always made a fetish of putting Lawler down about that. I'll tell you one thing, Bockwinkel will be the first guy to admit that Lawler can really flail with that right hand. Jerry can also wrestle despite what Bockwinkel says. Bockwinkel may, in fact, be a superior scientific wrestler. He doesn't have any more stamina, no more determination than the King does. Lawler into a double wrist lock, powering Bockwinkel straight up. Nick gets the advantage and takes Lawler back down. Takes him over the hip, but Bockwinkel again hanging in there with it. Lawler back on the feet and throws Bockwinkel a third time he's loose. Referee asking Bockwinkel, you want to give it up? Nope. But if he can get the referee to ask that, it saves him a few extra seconds. He can rest and recuperate, and that's what Bockwinkel, cagey champion, is doing. Moved in with a knee on Lawler. Third one puts Jerry down. 25 minutes into it. 35 minutes to wrestle. Jerry bounced off the top turnbuckle. Nick bounces two knees, covers Lawler, count of one. And Lawler gets out of it at the count of one. Solid right hand to the midsection of the King. Bockwinkel now covers him up again. One. And Jerry kicks off right at the 2 mark. Missing a big right hand. Lawler flying press. And Bockwinkel pitched him right out on the concrete. You look at Bockwinkel, you'll see that where that strength come from. He has powerful shoulders, very big through these shoulders. Count of 5. Lawler up on his knees. Here comes Nick. And Bockwinkel bouncing the head of Lawler off the table. He hops back up in the ring. Bockwinkel not in any great shape himself, but Lawler right at the moment in worse shape. Bockwinkel slammed his head on the table. Here he comes again. This time on the ring apron. He's rolled back in the ring. Bockwinkel's trying to get him in and get a pin. Rolls him over. Count of 1, count of 2, and Lawler kicked out. That's where Bockwinkel will be screaming, local home cooking. He didn't count fast enough. Lawler blasted by the right hand of Nick Bockwinkel. King bounced on that top turnbuckle. The referee backing him up because Lawler is technically still on the ropes. And another shot. Lawler getting that second win. Plants a foot, then a right, another one. Series of right hands, and Lawler puts Bockwinkel on the deck. Falls down himself. He still doesn't completely have it all back. But let me tell you, he had enough to stop the champion. With both hands, he slams the back of Bockwinkel's head into that turnbuckle. The King coming back hard on the champion. Whips him across the ring, slams him with a right. He falls back into the turnbuckle. So hard you could hear it rattle right through this Coliseum. He's on the concrete floor. Lawler coming up to the middle of the ring. Bockwinkel drops off with an elbow. Calhoun back in the ring. Count of one, count of two, and Lawler throws Bockwinkel out. Bounces ahead of the champion right off that table. Again, Nick Bockwinkel slammed into the timer's table. Referee trying to back him up in a corner into the ring. Bockwinkel is glassy-eyed. And Lawler pounds him in there. That's the only place he's going to get a pin. Oh, Jerry, you need to go to the edge of the ring as Bockwinkel uses the rope. Oh, he's too smart. Lawler using all of his strength to throw that 245 back in the ring, and Bockwinkel too close to it. And Bockwinkel gouging at the eyes of Jerry Lawler. The referee warning him about that, but Lawler is hurt. Lawler's head on the top rope. He runs the eyes right down the ring. Bockwinkel hooks a right. Rights and left. Slam Lawler's head. He's picking the tempo up. The champion trying to make this a do or die. And here comes Lawler. Look at him go. Referee trying to pull Lawler out of there. Uh-oh. Lawler throws the referee down. Goes back to Bockwinkel. Again, Calhoun is down, and Lawler's on Bockwinkel. This time, Bockwinkel slams the referee. I don't know whether he was swinging at Lawler or not. The King falls on him. Doing the counting himself, and the referee says, ring the bell. The winner, Jerry Lawler. The winner, Jerry Lawler. Bockwinkel still on the canvas, and the dream comes true. Lawler, the winner. He finally got Bockwinkel in one of the most furious attacks we've ever seen on the champion. Lawler beats him. What is it? Hey, what happened? Disqualified him. the face and grabs the belt. Calhoun telling Lawler it doesn't belong to you. Jerry Lawler with a belt in his hand. And he was down for a 3 count. The referee says, yes, he did win it, but by disqualification.
The Universal Heartthrob and the Macho Man back again. Austin Idol against Randy Savage.
And ooh yeah, man, guaranteed personified Macho Man gonna do everything he can to put Austin Idol down to the mat. However, the Universal Heartthrob as well had a few tricks up his sleeve for the Macho Man, Dave.
Savage in against the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. Idol is standing up there ready. Boy, he's hot. Particularly about the way he lost that belt to Savage. Randy Savage not choosing to meet him head up at the moment. I don't know what he's got on his mind. Uh-oh, I saw him signaling to Angelo Poffo, hop up, distract the referee. Poffo on the ring apron. Referee Paul Morton over there. Now Idol's telling him, you're the big man, you're the champion. He spit at Idol, and Idol coming right after him. Uh-oh, Austin, as he came through the rope, Savage got him. That's what he was waiting on. He was waiting to get Savage down before he really tangled with him. I see it. Savage from the ropes drops down on Idol. Count of 1, 2, and Austin kicks him out of there. Complain again that they weren't counting fast enough. Idol taking some shots from Savage. Goes down to the midsection, back up to the head, and there goes Idol out on the ring apron, down on the concrete. Savage from the top rope. And as he came off there, Idol met him with a right hand in the midsection. Woo, Savage hit that ring post. He hit it awfully close to that hook where the turnbuckle fashions. Back up into the center of the ring, Idol fires in. Austin Idol. Scrapping and breaking the rules is no stranger to Austin Idol. In days gone by, he's broken just about everyone there is to break. And there comes the Macho Man firing out of the ring. Idol wheeling him with a right hand. He down on the floor is really pumping it too. The Macho Man slams his head down on the table. Savage taking a pound. Uh-oh. Savage now rips him in the eyes, bangs him with the international belt, hit him right in the face with that international belt. Idol had it going his way, but Savage slammed that belt and hit him right in the face with it. Referee starting the count. He may be out of it. Nope, Austin, a tough son of a gun, fighting his way up, but he is covered with blood. The Idol bleeding bad. Savage with an elbow puts him back down. And Idol, I mean to tell you, he busted his face wide open with that belt. Savage throws him up in the center of the ring. 6 minutes past 50, 4 minutes to wrestle. 6 minutes past 54 to wrestle. In the midsection. Whoa! He almost lost it right there. Idol still alive, but he is hurt. 6 minute mark, and Idol beat the 3 count just barely. Savage dumps the 242-pounder down. Blood streaming down from Idol's face. Savage drops an elbow 1. Nope. Can't get him again. Idol not going to give it up that easy. Savage down with a big knee, covers him up one more time. 1. He may have it. Oh, good hook, but Idol forces it, comes out of it. And this time, Idol out a little earlier. His real trouble started when Savage, who was taking a pounding from Idol, was over here by the table, picked up the international belt off the table and just slammed him right in the face with it. Down Idol goes. Cover again. 1, 2, and he gets out. Savage struggling to keep that belt. Referee says, nope, only a 2 count. Poffo hollering it should have been 3. It wasn't, and Idol is still alive. Cradles him down into a small package, but Savage kicks his way free. Idol doesn't have his full strength back. As Savage comes off, he nails Idol right on top of the head with an elbow. Boy, that Savage can leap. Hooks him this time. 1. The referee's going to break that up. 1. He's got a hold of the rope again. And the referee says, nope, nope, you're too close, count of 1. He got the rope again. He looks to be biting him right across the top of the head. The heartthrob. Taking a pasting from Savage at the moment. He looks so bad in the face where that belt split him open. Snapped off that top rope. Once again, Savage goes for a cover. I don't believe he can get it this time. Well, he came closer than I thought he was going to. Austin Idol still lots of fight left in him. Big elbow. We're at the 10-minute mark. Toe-to-toe with him. Takes an elbow. Austin catches Savage. Puts him down. Austin Idol wants the belt. A wicked-looking place underneath the outside below his right eye. Idol pounding away, and now he is going after the Macho Man. Open up that eye of his. Some of the crowd hollering, go for the leg, break his leg. And Austin went with an elbow that has been successful so many times, but not this occasion with the Macho Man. He rolls out of the way. Savage back up on the second rope, and he misses as he comes down. Going after the leg. Going for the Las Vegas leg lock. Idol going over after Angelo Poffo, who's on the ring apron. Mistake. Poffo just threw Savage something. He's got it in his hand. The referee telling him to sit down, but Savage is loaded now. He nails Austin. Put him down. 1, 2, 3, that's it. 13-13, Savage retains the title. He hit him with whatever it was Poffo threw him. So the winner, Randy Savage.
One of the biggest stars of the 50s and 60s was Cowboy Bob Ellis. Here in the latter part of his career, Cowboy Bob Ellis was trying to get revenge on Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Well, Bobby the Brain Heenan, one of the most successful managers of all time in professional wrestling, always had one of his charges knocking on Bob Ellis's doorstep, and Bobby Heenan was not adverse to helping out physically when things got rough. Finally, Bob Ellis got the chance to get Bobby Heenan one-on-one all to himself, and the practitioner of the Bulldog Headlock intended to make the Brain cowboy salad.
Pretty boy Bobby Heenan is entering the ring. We've got to find out what this is all about. He's in crutch. His knee is taped up, and he's fans, here's pretty boy Bobby Heenan. Now, just a moment. Now, you've signed to wrestle Cowboy Bob Ellis, and I saw you recently, and you were perfectly all right.
No, let me explain what happened. Came down to watch the matches. Now, as I did that, I fell and hit my knee on the steps. I've had it checked, and I just can't wrestle tonight. Now, I came out here for one purpose. That's to show the people and everybody that I have good intentions. That I wanted to beat this farmer, this hayseed hillbilly.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the scheduled match is pretty boy Bobby Heenan against Cowboy Bob Ellis.
And I wanted to wrestle him. I'm perfectly capable of wrestling him right now, but they won't let me wrestle. As you see, I have a brace on my leg. As iron supports, I'm on a crutch. I don't know how long I'll be on the crutch, but I would like right now to have a postponement. Maybe in the next couple months, maybe 5 or 6 months, then my knee will be ready, just like Lance's will hurt, and I'll be able to wrestle. He's man enough to come up here and ask like a gentleman that he is. Yes, that's more than a lot of people have shown. I just ask a little consideration is all.
Bob, I think he's trying to edge his way out of the match.
I don't know, but that stud was all right just not too long
Yes,
ago.
you're right there.
No, like I said, I fell on the steps. I hurt my leg. Would you check and see if it would be okay if they could postpone this for a couple months, maybe 5 or 6 months? If you sign for this match, then you got to go through it. No, wait, gentlemen, about this. He's going to hurt me. I realize I signed for this.
Fans, I don't know what to say.
Referee, but the leg is hurt. You can't send me in with a bad leg like that. You can't send me with...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what the outcome of this will be. Bobby Heenan has entered the ring with a crutch, claims that he cannot wrestle. Bob Ellis is ready with Heenan, our Lanza and Mulligan. And there's a big argument going on in the ring. We saw Heenan not too long ago and he was all right, but you heard his explanation.
Ladies and gentlemen, our matches are sanctioned by the State Athletic Commission, which has appointed as your referee Henry Van Loon, the timekeeper Harry Black. This match has a 15-minute time limit, one fall to a finish. Introducing at a weight of 252 pounds from San Angelo, Texas, the great cowboy Bob Ellis. And his opponent for this match at 232 pounds from Beverly Hills, California, the one and only pretty boy, Bobby Heenan.
Well, fans, I don't know how we can have this match because Heenan just claims he absolutely cannot wrestle. And the referee doesn't believe him. Anyway, Lanza and Mulligan. Oh, Bobby Heenan ran at Ellis and attempted to hit him with the crutch. Ellis ducked. And now, oh, look at this cowboy Bob Ellis. Ellis is working over Lanza and Mulligan. And Heenan is, oh, there it goes. The Bulldog headlock. He has laid out Lanza. Now he's working on Mulligan. Heenan is making himself scarce. He drops Mulligan. Hey, now he's chasing him. Now he's chasing Heenan. Lanza and Mulligan are out cold as a result of the Bulldog headlocks. And Heenan is taking off.
The man's crazy! The man is crazy! The man's insane! You think I'm getting with him? The man's insane!
The referee is counting Heenan.
The man's a lunatic!
Heenan is on the outside.
Kill me!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Man's a lunatic!
the match is over. You've been counted out.
Count it
And
out!
the winner is Bob Ellis.
Count it out!
Fans, here he is, Cowboy Bob Ellis. Well, Bob, he tried to hit you with that crutch.
Sure did,
And boy, you really moved fast and got away. And fans, here, laying on the mat, they're on the mat right now. Lanza and Mulligan are still just about out as a result.
Mr. Manager, I don't know.